Good morning. Myself, Dr. K. Arun Prasad. I am working as an assistant professor in the Department of Mechanical Engineering, PSN College of Engineering and Technology, Tirunelveli. Today, we are going to discuss about the concept production planning and control. Okay, as a mechanical engineer, we people must know about this concept because we after completion of our degree, we people going to work in the production industry. Not only production industry, what form of an industry we are going to work. Maximum of the people as an engineer, we are choose an industry as our career. So guys, why we especially concentrate on this subject, production planning and control means this is very important for the career of mechanical engineer, because we are moved to an industry, we work on an industry in various departments. So many departments are there in the industry. Okay, especially production department is there, dispatching department is there, maintenance departments, materials management, purchase, finance, and go on. Depend upon the size of the industry, they will have a different sectors as well as different forms and different categories in their industry. So these words and these languages is very important for the mechanical engineers. So that is the need why we are going to learn the concept of production planning and control. This production planning and control not only concentrate in the area of simply is it means that concept of production. Okay, it covers all the activities happens in the industry. Please listen. First of all, as a mechanical engineer, we must know the difference between manufacturing and production. Simple word we can say the input is converted into output for a production. That's right. So please listen. Now this input is converted into output. We must know, already we know how much amount of raw material is available. Okay, how much amount of labor is available, how much amount of material is available, as well as how much how amount of raw material is required, labor is required, material is required. So this these inputs are converted into output. How these inputs are converted into output? That is that they have some process. Okay, so that process is called as manufacturing. Now I hope you people understood the difference between production and manufacturing. A simple words I will give the example where we took the word production. Production deals with sales forecast, which means it can discuss about whether the business is a profitable business or whether the business is loss at the end. Okay, till it reaches to the customer, how many number of customer purchase our product in the market, how much amount of product we distributed in the market. So all these comparison and finally whether the business is success or failure, at the end we just had a conclusion. No, that conclusion and that activities are fully involved with the area of production. So the manufacturing is in a simple process. So this process comes here. Okay, but for the best example for a manufacturing process as a mechanical engineer, we cross over some three set of process. One is machining. Okay, machining means drilling, shaping, planning, milling. These are some lathe tools. These are some basic example for machining. Then next concept is casting. Few people may aware where we are having the mold. We have the mold and material. We can pour the mold and material in the mold. Then after some time of curing, we will get the final output product in the exact product what we need. That is called as casting. Then third type is called as forming. Okay, what do you mean by forming? The forging is best example for a forming process. Coining, blanking, wire drawing, extrusion. These are all some of the example for our forming process. Okay, guys, now I hope you people understood what is the difference between production and manufacturing. Simple words, production, where we discuss about the profit loss calculation. In the area of manufacturing, only it's a process. Okay, now please follow me. Don't skip anything. If you skip means you people are going to miss some of the points where what we are going to discuss in this slide. Next, the definition for our production planning and control. Actually, guys, where the production planning and control is a very big process in an industry, but they have a separate division to control all the process happens in the industry. Before we enter into our concept production planning, okay, first we must discuss about what are all the divisions there in the industry. For example, it starts with chief executive officer. Okay, then we have the production manager, then purchase manager, then we have materials manager, then dispatch manager. Okay, then if we additionally we can add a quality manager. Then each and every managers we have the supervisors. Okay, for all the category we have the supervisor. Then below the supervisor category we have the layman, foreman, and all others depends upon the nature of the work. So guys, once we are enter into the concept of production planning and control, the production planning is one of the forecasting technique actually. What do you mean by the forecasting technique? Okay, forecasting technique is nothing but where the technique which helps to see what is this current situation of the business, as well as what will be the future happenings of the business. Okay, so please understood what is the difference between forecasting and planning. Okay, forecasting is the process where we can think about what is the current stages or current state of the business. Okay, then planning is the process where based on the current stage we just plan all the activities. Then what are all the activities going to plan in this one? Please listen. Where the activities such as we going to think about the material availability, 1M. Then machine availability, material, machine, then this 3M is very important for our production industry. So guys, in this planning we are going to think about material, men, and machine. The another M can add method. What is the method of manufacturing? Either we are using that manufacturing method drilling, or we are moving with planning or shaping. What else? Okay, there are so many techniques are available. Based on the techniques we are going to did our process. Okay, so this forecasting technique is nothing but where we are think about the current situation, what will be the future. So now for example we have the availability of 10 machines. For running the 10 machines we have the 10 employees. Okay, for running 10 machine, 10 employees optimum. I'm said it's not very good. It's an optimum condition where we are having machine is equal to men. Okay, it's okay. Okay, so we also having that technique is called as forecasting. We think about the future from the present situation. Simply simple words we are I'm just discuss here to understand the name or meaning for this forecasting is trend. Okay, trend is nothing but trend is a changing factor. Depends upon the climatic condition of people wishes or some of that products were entered into the market. Based on this interest and the market need, there so many products are entered into the market. Okay, like we have cell phones with the Android OS 11 for this stage, means in future stage 12, 13 will be there. Okay, similarly we are using the Windows operating system 10, 11, 12 means sequentially we will having the new set of operating systems. That is called as trend, because that producer or that owner of that company need to develop their business in the market. For the development of the business and sustainability of the market, they need to introduce new technology to the people. Whenever we are introducing new technology to the people, then only we have our name and fame in the market. So that is very important, guys, where the forecasting is one of the very important technique to decide what is important in the area of our production. And with the help of this forecasting, then only we are think about our production and all the activities which is related to production. Everything is simply related with our forecasting activity. So guys, please listen, where production and planning is the simple process where it can only discuss about the what is going to be happen from the future availability of 3Ms, especially men, materials, and machine. Okay, fine. Then while we discuss about that definition, is a simple. It's the process actually. It's the process which can take care of the resources. Okay, along with the planned action. Okay, then if any case of deviation, how we can get the control the deviation? Then we need to produce a schedule. This schedule is very important, because once we need to control a process, obviously we need a schedule. A simple example, I want to take the attendance for the class. How I can take the attendance? I want the name list. I want the exact student, either the number is 60 or 50, whatever may be. Okay, I want the exact name list of the student. then only I need to take the attendance of the students to confirm their presence in the class. So likewise, where I need all the information about the production process. For example, in the first, actually in industry there are three shifts will be there. Okay, totally 8 shifts. Okay, 3 into 8 is equal to 24. In 24 hours per day, they are having 3 shifts. In the first shift, how many number of men is there for the working for that process? Then how much material is involved? What type of method is used? How many number of product is converted? Okay, then after conversion of the product, how many number of product is dispatches to the market to our customers? So all these informations they just feed in the single information board. In the single information board, that is called as a job card or Kanban board, is available there in an industry. Okay, all the soft floor. Soft floor is the area where the work is take place. Okay, the best example for the soft floor, as an engineer, you people are going for an implant training or some other industry related training. But you can simple example to understand what is the soft floor is our workshop. Our workshop where we are having carpentry shop, we are having fitting shop, we are having smithy shop. So this is the best example for a shop floor. In the shop floor where we are doing our work, that place is called a shop floor. Okay. Similarly, guys, where we having this methodology of giving all the informations about the process. It's easy for the persons who are all come for the second shift can also refer. Who come for the third shift, they also refer. What happens in the earlier shifts, what we are going to do in the further steps, everything they are simply displayed in the that board. Okay, information board. Nowadays people they are having a simple technology like LED board is there now. How the informations are listed out in the airports, railway stations. Likewise, they just simply give that LED board in the soft floor. From that LED board, they can simply have the information. From that information they will do their job. Obviously the plan is 8 hours. Within the 8 hours they can complete all the work nowadays. Okay guys, nowadays they are completing all the works. The reason behind this is nowadays all the industries they are changed over to automation. Okay, with the help of the robots they will did all the jobs. Nowadays we are visiting a very renowned plant of Hyundai, Iringattukotai, Chennai. Okay, where there I visited earlier, where we can see all the process they will did with the help of a pick and place robot. Okay, pick and place robot is there in the soft floor. For the controlling of the process, we having one or two engineers. Just simply they are roaming around that place for what the work is done, and actually everything is going fine for looking after those issues. They are there within the soft floor, but normally there is no issues and because they are machines. Guys, simply listen, they are machines. The human can make any mistake, but the machines doesn't do the mistake. They will did the mistake, the human give the command strongly, because they that doesn't have the ability to think themselves. They doesn't have that artificial intelligence capacity. Okay, I hope you people understood what I am saying. So this production control is the effective part of on all the industries and all the process which should be happened inside the industry. Okay, this is the one of the heart. Okay, very important technique where we need to think about the process what is going on in the industry. Without a prior planning and without a prior schedule, the production industry is not at all run. Okay, because they don't want to lose even a single second of the time, because each and every second of the time in an industry is equal to money. Okay, so they need to plan well for doing that all of that production based activity. Okay, next. Okay, history of PPC. Guys, this history of PPC where in earlier it starts from the 17th century, then 18th century we are having some concept, where from this concept these three persons are very important, guys, where Charles Babbage, Frederick Taylor, then Gilbert. You people are already known who Charles Babbage is, a father of computer who discovered a new machine to make this all this activity what we did in the by means of our hand, we need to make this one as a record. He created a super machine which is called as computer, where we are using this computer machine for our purposes. Now nowadays without computer we are there, because all the activities which is related to on academic side or industry side or whatever software peoples all are using this computer as a basic medium to the exchange of information as well as storing of information. So he is the person who discovered the concept of storing information devices, which is called as computer in the year 1832. Okay, then another person is called as F.W. Taylor and F.B. Gilbert. Actually, F.W. Taylor is a professor who gives more concept which is related to production and increase of production. Okay, F.W. Taylor who gives more amount of information about the production studies also. He wrote so many books about the planning and the controlling of force which is happens in an industry, where the same F.W. Taylor in his way, Frank B. Gilbert, where Gilbert is one of the renowned researcher as well as scientist student of F.W. Taylor, who discuss about the motions and what are the possibility to control the motions, while what happens while we implement the some type of motions in a workbench. Okay, actually the workbench which has possible motions and unwanted motions in the system. Okay, so the possible motions which help us to convert that work in productive manner. I hope you people understood. Convert the work into productive manner. But this unwanted work is unnecessary movement which does not at all involved in the productivity. Okay, so where within the given time of the 8 hours shift pattern or shift period, we need to complete our work as well as we need to achieve our target within that 8 hours. Once we are losing to achieve our target within that given time, what happens means at the end it will be lagged. Okay, once it will be lagged means we are losing our some amount of product or some amount of money from our customer. Okay, so these two people, this is the F.W. Taylor and Gilbert, they help us to how effectively we utilize the given time as well as how effectively we will convert that given time into productive manner. Okay,
so one second, last minute. இந்த இவ்வளவு வரும் ஃபுல் பேஜ் டாக்குமெண்ட் பண்ண முடியும் இல்ல என்ன பாஸ் எடுத்து எத்தனை அவே அப்லோட் பண்ண முடியும்
பேசலாம் பேசணும்
நான் பாஸ் எடுத்துக்கிறேன் சார் நான் ஸ்பேஸ் பார் தான் சார் நீங்க கிளிக் பண்றது பேசுங்க
okay fine. So guys, this two thing is very important regarding to our history of production planning and control. These three peoples are very important. In these three peoples where the concept given by Taylor and Gilbert is very important. Okay, then okay, then guys, then we are moving to the year 1950, or exactly we will say 1940. Why this year is very important means, guys, this is the year where end of World War II. Okay, once the World War II is ended, all the countries they look for automation as well as technology. Why they are need this change means all the countries they will look for the technological development in this stage, starting of this stage. Okay, already we are known well technologist country like America, Russia, Germany, England. They are already there in the time, but our country is not there. We are in the developing stage. Still we are in the developing stage, and we are not competent with the technology what these European countries were used. So this after 1948, some of the renowned automobile industries like Toyota, they introduced the concept of Toyota Productive System, TPS. Okay, in this TPS where they are following some of the techniques like now you people are aware of the techniques like 5S, Six Sigma, TPM, then Pokaya, These are then just-in-time concept. These are some concept where they are adopted in this TPS. The main aim of this TPS to minimization of waste. The waste in the sense where they need to concentrate on the concept of time, material, and men. These three things they are considered to be the best because these three M is very important for our productive process. Same, but until 1948, these people, these Toyota people, they won't disclose this kind of techniques and this kind of processes to the world. But after 1948, where they disclose their techniques, what they are following in their business, and to the outside world. By following this technique, what they are all consumed for their business process, those techniques nowadays all automobile industries were followed for their business development. Okay, nowadays you people may aware of. Okay, we are aware of all the process like 5S concept of 5S, then the concept of Six Sigma. Okay, as well as the concept of just in time. So all the concept nowadays, all the renowned as well as startup automobile companies, they followed for their development. Then next the concept of PPC, where they are given a simple conclusion about that PPC history. Okay, in this summary of conclusion, where the simple thing what we discussed, the development stages of the industry were started in from the year after the year 1948 only. So what are the characteristics of our PPC? Guys, please listen, where these PPC have its own characteristics. Okay, from these characteristics, simple words we are said before enter into the concept of PPC characteristics. Simply, it helps to control these three: material, men, and mission. Simply, this concept we implemented this concept for a business. This concept helps us to control men, material, and mission. Then as well as how effectively we are utilizing this men and material for any of the activities or any of the business. That is the first point. The second point is what are all the factors which influenced while doing any of the productive activity, and how we economically use all this process for an product conversion or a business conversion. Then third point, how we can undertake each and every element in the business practices. Then how we can regulate our work for each and every activity, in the sense how we can utilize effectively for each and every time of the activity which can convert the raw material into finished product. Then some of the answers we are also given to our persons or employees who work in the shop floor about how much amount of material we need to purchase or it's available as a raw material, or how much amount of product need to be produced in a single day, and for the production of the single day of the product, how many number of machines is there, in that number of machines how many is are working and how many is an idle. Okay, all the information we need to decide. For this deciding of this information, we need the help of our production planning and control. These are some of the positive characteristics of our PPC. Then objectives of PPC were simply it helps to reduce the production cost, it helps to effective utilization of resources, as well as it helps to steady flow of production, estimation of resources, coordination of activities, then improve labor productivity. These are some well-renowned and as well as positive objectives of our production planning. Then what are all the stages of production planning? Guys, initially whatever business may be, we develop a business, we need to produce a budget, or we need to give a rough estimation. Okay, estimation is not an exact value. Actually, estimation is the process where it just simply shows the rough value of the project. I want to build a building. Okay, I want to construct a building. So I want to construct a building means without having the estimation, I won't start construction of the building, because I doesn't know what is the market price of even though a single brick or cement in the market. I doesn't know what is the price. Okay, so for there are some people who work with that business. We call that engineer or that supervisors for the getting the exact value. What is the market trend nowadays? All the informations we will get through only the estimation. Okay, for the estimation only, we then after the estimation we is completed, we move for the production budget. It is simply the both are same. Both this estimation budget and as well as preparation of budget both are same. So this area we just only having that the value of estimation in the terms of money as well as numbers. Okay, numbers in the sense how much amount quantity is required. All the case, both the three case, material and methodology, machine. Okay, all the M's is how much is required. Everything is comes under the first point, production budget. Once the production budget is completed, where I move for manufacturing methods. Now you have the process. No, so the manufacturing method is the process. What is the sequence of operation? I move for the lathe. Okay, I have in my shop floor, I have lathe, milling, I have drilling, then I have shaping, then I have planning. In the first operation, the material need to be there with an lathe, then second planning, then third here, four here, then five. I need to define this routing. This is called routing. I need to define this routing. So this routing is very essential. That is called a sequence of operation. Then the third step is where I need to decide what type of machines and equipment. I am just simply define the sequence of operation. I need to define the specification of the machines. Depend upon my raw material. I need to define the specification of machine. The next stage, next step is I need to prepare the operation sheets and instruction codes. Where that operation sheets is nothing but where this operation sheets just simply it called as an estimation sheet. Okay, where this sheet consists of all the information processed in the form of handwritten. They have a simple form. Okay, where the form contains how many number of machine, what is the name of machine, specification of machine, name of the operation, how much amount, how much time. Likewise, operator, name of the operator, what is the operation he going to did. Okay, then how many number of products, time taken for the operation. Likewise, they will provide all the information in the instruction sheet. Then afterwards, once it's completed, they will estimate when machine and material requirement for completion of the process. So the step involved in the production planning is very effective to take down the process and the methodology what we are going to be doing. This is the map. This is the route map. Simply we can say this is the route map. Without the help of this route map, we won't did our process. So we need to prepare the budget. Based on the budget, we need to define the methodology, means the machine, and we will continue our process with a perfect plan. Okay, this perfect plan it helps us to prepare the scheduling. Once the schedule is prepared, the schedule contains the time and the name of the operation and how much amount of operation is converted into the output of the product. Then in this